Hello friends, in today's video, we will learn how to validate if a date string is in the correct format in C#. This is a very common problem when working with forms or APIs where user input dates. So instead of just talking theory, let me show you practically how to do it with a working example in Visual Studio. Alright, let's start by writing the code step by step. I will explain everything as we go. First, I am declaring a string variable called input and assigning it a date value. Here it is 2023 August 12. Next, I declare an output parameter of type DateTime called dateValue. This will hold the parse date if the parsing succeeds. Now, I am going to write the DateTime.TryParseExact method. The first parameter which we are passing to this method is input string, which we want to parse. The second parameter is the date format in which we expect the output. Here it is YYYYMMDD. The third parameter is cultureinfo.invariantCulture. For this, we need to add the using statement system.globalization at the top. I will explain what this does shortly. The fourth parameter is DateTimeStyles.None, which defines additional style options for parsing. The last parameter is the out parameter dateValue we declared earlier. This method returns true if the input string is successfully passed into the given format. Otherwise, it returns false. Next, we will test the parsing result. I will add an if condition to check the isValid flag written by TryParseExact. If isValid is true, we print valid date. If it is false, we print a message saying invalid date format. To keep the console window open after running, I will add console.readline at the end. Now let's run the program. You can see it prints valid date because the input matches the expected format. Next, let's test a negative scenario. I will change the input variable value to 12 August 2025. That is a different format DDMMYYYY. But our parsing method expect YYYYMMDD format. Let's run the program again. You can see it fails to parse and print invalid date format. Now let's understand parameters which we pass to TryParseExact method. Culture info parameter. This specifies the culture that should be used for parsing. Invariant culture means the parsing does not depend on the system's local settings like date format or language. It ensures consistent result regardless of the computer's regional settings. DateTime styles parameter. This defines additional options for parsing, such as whether to allow leading or trailing white space. Here we use none because we want the input to strictly match the exact format we specified. And out parameter. The out keyword means this parameter will be assigned inside the method. After parsing, if the method returns true, date value contains the actual date time value parsed from the input string. So that's how you can safely validate date strings in C# using TryParseExact. It helps prevent exceptions, ensures your input is in exact format, and works consistently regardless of system culture.